In this module, what we're going to attempt to examine is one of the most transformative events in human history, which is the Industrial Revolution. Indeed, if you look at the last module and this module, the French Revolution and the Industrial Revolution, some historians would argue that if you want to truly become a quote-unquote modern nation, you have to undergo each. You have to undergo a political transformation and an industrial transformation. And so you should see these as conjoined modules in terms of thinking through the development of, if you will, the modern world and modern nation states. So how are we going to tackle this transformative event? Well, first we're going to look at the agricultural and industrial revolutions. Now, agriculture might seem odd, but when we're talking about factory growth and we're talking about industry, we're talking about a growth in workers. This means they don't have time to farm, they can't go out and get their own food. And so what we're going to trace in that lecture is how interrelated these events are, namely a change in agricultural production enabling the Industrial Revolution to proceed. Second, we're going to look at the causes. Why does the Industrial Revolution happen where it does, looking at Great Britain? Why does it happen where it does and when it does? And then our next section, we're going to break down the economic and social impact of the Industrial Revolution. And because the economic and social impacts are so profound, I've decided to break them into one looking at different classes, because there are a great deal of any number of changes economically and socially. And it's helpful to take you through how it changed the middle class and then the working class to help you see not only how transformative the Industrial Revolution was, but how the nature of your life changed in many ways dependent upon what class you were in. The nature of the changes of the Industrial Revolution varied, so this allows us to trace that in more detail. And then finally, what we're going to look at is how in Great Britain, the country in which the Industrial Revolution first took off, how Great Britain attempts to deal with the transformation of their society. How does the government try to undertake a series of reforms in order to try and adjust, try to cope, try to handle many of these transformative changes in their society? And so in that, I'm hoping that this series of lectures will help you understand the Industrial Revolution, and why it is such a profound period in human history.